Gentlemen, how are you? Today's Thursday. It's been quite a calm Thursday right here in Voice of the People Studios. Yes, it's a calm, quiet Thursday. I don't know how your Thursday is for you. If you are working in a corporate environment, is it a boring day? Is it a cool day? If it's a busy day for you, I hope you get the amp and the strength. It's actually time for lunch, so I hope you're able to join us in the conversation while you're having lunch right about now. If you have your business, you're in your shop, welcome to the program. It matters right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Whatever it is you're doing, wherever it is you are, I would implore you to join us in the conversation today. My name is Esther Wachuku. Thank you so much. I would implore you to join us right now. It's 90.3 FM, and we're currently streaming live on YouTube at VOP 903 FM. Matters takes place here every day of the week, where we get to discuss issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape, issues that affect us, and that's what we'll talk about. It can stem from anything. One of the current conversation I would like us to look into, because I'm not going to be alone right here in the studio. I have an analyst who would kind of give us his own political insight. You know, we don't know everything, so the idea of the analyst is to give us their political insight or interpretation of what is going on concerning the conversation that we'll be discussing right now. So you remember Mudashiru Obasa, right? You understand the entire drama that surrounded him and how the president was not even, well, supposedly, the president expressed his dissatisfaction with how the Lagos State House of Assembly went about impeaching Obasa. And trust me, the drama did not just end there. Obasa, you would call him a very, very stubborn young man, because as it stands right now, Mudashiru Obasa arrived at the assembly complex with security operatives today. He came in with more than 11 police officers, headed straight to the speaker's office amidst reports of the withdrawal of the speaker's security operatives. Now, if you had listened to the World News at 12, I told you that Miranda had actually been stripped of all her security details, and it's surprising. So if she's been stripped of all her security details, she's just an ordinary House of Rep member, meaning that the authority that constitutes that they have their aides or security aides with them is no longer official, and I don't know what that means. 2 days ago, we heard that for now, based on what was talked about, or discussed amongst themselves, that Miranda and Obasa will step down for someone else, possibly someone neutral, to take up that position. So today, we saw police officials, we saw Obasa actually, the report is actually stated. Let's not say we saw yet, because right now none of them are saying anything. We've not gotten any press release or official press release as to what the theatrics or the drama is all about. But what is in the news right about now is the fact that Obasa went straight to the speaker's office along with about 11 security agents. So the security aides attached to Obasa were today restored. I don't know if you understand what that means. My analyst will help me explain what that means. While those assigned to Mojishola Miranda had been withdrawn with immediate effect. So the police people who were attached to Miranda stripped off and withdrawn, and they were given back to Obasa. Now, it tells us something. I'm going to be asking my analyst a very important question. Now, a source close to Obasa's camp confirmed the development. That's why I said there has been no official press statement yet as to what the drama is all about. No official press statement. But obviously, what those politicians do is to quickly give their own narration to any of the journalists around to actually publish it. And that's basically what we're reading right now. This source, whose name is not disclosed, confirmed the development, revealing that his security aides were reinstalled early in the morning. According to what this anonymous source said, they have restored all Obasa security aides as of this morning. The restoration of Obasa security personnel comes just as after all police escorts assigned to Speaker Miranda and those securing the legislative complex were withdrawn, which actually sparked security and safety concerns. While confirming the withdrawal of Miranda's security details, her special advisor on information, Victor Gonzalo, he actually was the one who expressed deep concerns, warning that the decision leaves the speaker and the assembly complex exposed to potential threats. I don't know what threats they think she'll be exposed to because her security has been withdrawn from her. So I'm going to ask my analyst very valiant questions right about now. Mr. Peter Anosike, good afternoon, and thank you for joining me today on Matters.
Thank you for having me.
And you were the one who actually informed me about this particular information, and I thought it was wise for you to be here to give us what you think is behind this political drama taking place in Lagos. The last time the president came around, we thought that along with the Governor's Advisory Council that they had things on ground. Obasa has been a moorhead about all this, and he has not even proven to be afraid of anything. So apparently the plan was, or the agreement is, Obasa, we would not expose you, we would not go to court about all the criminal allegations leveled against you or write a petition against you if you quietly step down. But Obasa did not. He has remained astute and said that things need to be done constitutional. Does this mean that Obasa has been returned as the Lagos State House of Assembly Speaker?
Well, this is a script. As I said many years ago, I said we are in an era of impunity. This is an era where anything goes, where what have not been seen or done before is now being seen and done. This is a script that they started about 2 weeks ago. Mind you, when DSS invaded the Lagos State House of Assembly office, they knocked the Speaker's office.
Oh, yes, they did.
They knocked the Speaker's office. Why waiting for the return of Obasa? So this thing that happened today did not start today. It is a script.
What's going on within the camp of the APC, specifically with Lagos? I remember during the World News at 12, my analyst was Barrister Eze Luce, and I said, Barrister Eze Luce, Lagos is the president's stronghold, supposedly, like this is his home base. And we're having this kind of fracture within his party and the Lagos State House of Assembly. Others have called for the governor, that is Governor Sanwo-Olu, to intervene, although it's not within his purview to intervene on whatever the situation is. Are we going to see the remaining tenure of Governor Sanwo-Olu tumultuous with Obasa returning? He supposedly was the one that is a thorn on his flesh. Well, how do you think the president will react to the situation? Obasa, is it within his rights for whatever it is that occurred in the Lagos State House of Assembly? And when you were talking about this is the era of impunity. Impunity in what terms? What if it was a court order that asked him to be restored? How did he just come with security operatives attached to him and those that were given to Miranda stripped off if it was not through a court order?
If it was a court order, who have heard of the court order before the restoration of his security aids?
Okay.
Understand? Who have heard of the court order? So this is not a court order. And saying that the president is not aware. On the first head, when the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly were asked to go and write a letter of apology, like primary school children. These are parents and even grandparents of some people. And we have been asked to go and write a letter of apology, which is shameful, which is very, very shameful. Section 29 ABC of the Nigerian Constitution talked about the emergence of a speaker and the removal of a speaker. And once two-thirds of the members of any state house of assembly can bring in or take out a speaker, and this happened in the Lagos State House of Assembly. Obasa is not the first speaker that have been removed in Nigeria. 29 state speakers have been removed out of the 36 states. As of February 2024, 29 speakers of State House of Assembly has been. So what is special about Obasa? What is special about Obasa that this should be happening? And in the president's own stronghold.
Exactly.
So this simply shows you that, one, we are not practicing democracy, but autocracy.
Autocracy.
This is what we...
So what I want to understand is this. If there was no court order, or maybe, like you said, we haven't seen anything yet to verify if there is a court order or not, because I'm surprised. I don't want to be surprised because, like you said, anything can happen in this country. But for Obasa to just storm the assembly with security attached to him and Miranda security stripped off, there is something there. And in a brazen manner. So there is supposedly an authority confirming that. Secondly, do you think the president is aware or like you said, this whole thing is scripted? Who is writing the script? Is the president aware and allowing this to happen
the
to make it seem like
it was scripted in Abuja?
So you're saying that all of this is planned?
Without Tinubu being aware, this wouldn't have been happening. Without Tinubu being on Obasa's side, this would not have been happening, because we have 3 tiers of 3 arms of government. The legislative arm is very, very independent. They can conduct their own affairs on their own. Understand me? So the executive has no business interfering with who they choose or did not choose as their speaker. So when they were asking, like kindergarten children, write an apology, I can't remember that last time I was asked that to write an apology, even if I would have done so. Understand me?
Yes.
That is when this whole thing starts.
That's it.
Write an apology for removing a speaker, which is your constitutional right to do. It shows that you are not independent.
Interesting.
It shows that you are not independent. It shows that you are mere puppets. Okay. That's the right word. That you are mere puppets. That's what somebody somewhere will ask. Do you know the shame of this thing? People are not even seeing it the way I am seeing it. These people that their constituencies voted for. These are people that their constituencies voted for. They were not appointed, because there's a very big difference between being appointed and being elected. Sure. If you are elected, you are responsible for the people that voted for you.
Sure.
But if you are appointed, your responsibility is the person that appointed you.
Yeah.
But people elected, went queued on the night under the rain and sun, voted for these people. This is our representative. And somebody is now telling you, like a kindergarten child, write a letter of apology. Write a letter, and they all did.
So as it stands now, you're saying that all of this theatrics playing out is orchestrated. There's a strong there's a very strong indication that the presidency is aware of this. And if this is the case, if at the end of the day they were not going to uphold Miranda, why put her through that process? I mean, the last time all of them confirmed and said they were going to be loyal and stand by her, all of them did that. She even cried in the Lagos State House of Assembly. So what is the meaning of this? One,
when DSS invaded, understand, and knocked the speaker's office, understand, that's to throw Miranda out. Understand? So that was as a script, part 1. Understand? Then part 2 is now should we say the second missionary journey of Obasa. Now DSS knocked that office, who now opened it for Obasa to enter. Understand me? Who now opened it for Obasa? That's what I say. It is a script. It is a script. Maybe Obasa gave them order, go and shut that office. Take every body away. Bring the key to me. Understand? So today he had decided to go back, and before going back, all his security details were returned to him, and that of Miranda, who as we speak is still the authentic speaker, we are removed.
Whom as we speak is still the authentic speaker, yet they stripped her of her security aids, of the policemen that have conscripted
she has not resigned, she had not been impeached. So as we are talking now,
resigned. Was she appointed? She was appointed by the floor members.
Understand me? She was voted in by more than 2/3 of the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly. So as we speak now, she had not been impeached. She had not resigned. Okay. So she still remains the authentic speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly Understand me? And she said that if she will resign, it has to be when the House reconvened.
Okay.
That she was voted in the open.
True.
She has to resign in the open. Not in camera. True. She had not resigned, so she remains the authentic speaker, even though we can say a general without.
All right. Mr. Pritano, okay, we're still in the line of politics. The reason why we're having a political conversation is that what I would like you to know, this thing has a way of infiltrating into every other segment of Nigeria's socio-economic landscape. Another one, I want you to quickly listen to this. This was an interview that Valentine Ozigbo attended to, I think, yesterday evening on one of the widely watched television stations, and he was able to give his own side as to the reason why he defected to APC. I listened to that interview. I don't want to express my own reaction to it, but it only says something about the intent of politicians. I remember last week Friday I was asking, I said, if people were to vote, would they vote for the political party or they will vote for the individual of the political party? Now remember that if you are an individual, you seem to be a clean individual per se, but you belong to a political party that a lot of people perceived to be corrupt, it obviously rubs off on you because you obviously have to uphold the party's manifesto or the party's blueprint. But what Valentine Ozigbo is saying is completely different with how he's supposed to be, as he calls himself a principled person. This is ahead of Anambra's election, which is coming up this year, and the APC is yet to hold their primaries yet. So it's surprising how Valentine thinks he will be the candidate to fly the flag for the All Progressives Congress. Let's quickly listen to his reaction for defecting to the APC.
Always push and pull factors when a decision of this nature would occur. There are things that are happening in your current situation you're not proud of, that you're not excited about, that will lead you to, you know what, explore. Go beyond where you are and look for what you can consider a better alternative. And then when you look out there, there are also things that you're going to see that are pull factors that will draw you to where you're headed to, and that ultimately land you to a decision point. I am at peace with the decision I've taken because of a number of these compounding issues. Now let's start with the push factors. I see a Labour Party where I'm not so proud of the future. I started asking myself where we headed to. On one hand, there are litigation issues around the leadership, chairmanship. Up to today, there's a case in the Supreme Court, and there are a multiplicity of other cases that we don't even know about. And either Abure wins or loses, there are implications that I'm not totally proud of. Beyond, and when I actually think about what even originated this whole recent issues, beyond the other issues about Apapa, Arabambi, and co, on the side of the Abure, was the national convention that took place in Anambra State. I consider that process very flawed. Typically, you start the national convention from the ward level, then local government, then state, then national. But was done upside down, and there are implications. A lot of the obedience wanted to get into the party through the right process. And I'm not saying we must change the leadership, but let the leadership go through the right process. I've always emphasized on right process. And so if you are introducing wrong process, then I am not going to be party to keeping. Because when people use the word loyalty, they miss the point. Loyalty is not usually to individuals. Loyalty is to values, certain things that you hold dear. Correct. So if the individual exhibits certain value at variance with what I hold dear, and I continue to follow, I may leave the individual, but I'm still consistent with those values. So in the case of Labour Party, beyond the National Convention, which was flawed, is also another event that took place in Anambra State Congress, where they practically decimated the party. And I raised alarm. I complained to Abure himself, to our national leader, Peter Obi, to the governor of Abia State, and whoever that cared to listen, we are destroying Labour Party in Anambra State. When you look at these issues, then consider the huge defections, people losing faith in Labour Party, moving away to other parties. And now take record of all the elections we've lost. Almost all the states, not just that we lost, abysmal loss, total failure. So I said to myself, if really Anambra is something I'm passionate about, if I want to rescue my people, under what platform? So I should just, in the name of loyalty, and then people come to suffer? No. The definition of loyalty I've spoken about. So there was a real consciousness around this conversation. And I engaged with a lot of people, a lot of institutions. Here is the situation with Labour Party. What do we do next?
And did you engage with Peter Obi?
Oh, many times, certainly.
What was his reaction? How did he take the fact that his most trusted, one of his most trusted deputies was effectively deserted?
I come to that.
Right.
I come to that. The point here, because there's need for a lot of people who are on the social media to understand really the issues, is this is also, is this not just emotion? There's a bit of emotion, but we've also got to bring logic and strategy and reasonableness into the conversation. So I ask a lot of people, and I also ask somebody like you, if you wanted Valentine Ozigbo to be the governor of Anambra State and is no longer going to be Labour Party, where else? Give me an answer. I've asked everybody who cared to listen, give me an answer. I'm going to fight an incumbent who we believe is not doing well. And truly, I can talk about Soludo forever because it's actually disappointing the Anambra. So if we wanted to change Soludo, which other party if it's not Labour Party? And I'm challenging everybody listening to me today. Which other party? Is it PDP? And they said, no, it's not PDP. They're even dragging who is the national secretary. All of those issues, if you come to Anambra State, they also fill with other litigation issues. So PDP wasn't going to be an option. So is it that we used APC or some other smaller party, which, yeah, it's easier to even win primary in those other parties and move on. However, to be able to contend with an incumbent governor, you needed to also be very strategic. Now, these are reasons thinking outside of the box, moving away from Labour Party arose. Now, what pulled me into APC? Beyond being a large party with a lot of structure and following, I have never been in doubt that I will be able to defeat Soludo, even if I take any party, because of the rising momentum that we've garnered, the grassroots base that we have. And yeah, like I said to you, a lot of people are not quite comfortable with this nature and style of governance. And so, but there's also need to have a structure that can enable you protect the win when it does happen. Because
all right, Mr. Peter, I had to pause there. For me, what I just wanted you to listen to is the fact that Valentine does not necessarily believe in the values of the APC, but he sees it as a tool, a vehicle, all right, to make manifest his political ambition. According to him, when he spoke with stakeholders, they asked questions, is the PDP the party worth it? No. Is it the Labour Party? Obviously not. And so the next vehicle is the APC. Do you think that with his concept that at all he will have any stronghold or a lead in the primaries? And then secondly, a lot of obedience. Yes, some of them are not happy with him, but he said that when he spoke to some of them, they actually understood where he was coming from. How do you make of this?
Val, understand, we have spoken many times the last time that he ran for governorship.
Under PDP.
And there was about 3 years ago when he was running, we hosted him at Civic Center to present his manifesto. We left from this Golden Tulip Hotel together to the Civic Center. Understand me? So the issue is this, and that's being truthful. and that being a factual.
Okay.
He's my friend.
Okay.
We know one-on-one.
All right.
But he committed political suicide.
You think so?
Val committed political suicide.
But he said he spoke to Peter Obi, and Peter Obi wasn't happy, but he had to. It's his choice, so he said
he's an adult. He's an adult. He can make his own decision. But what the Bible said, there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end is to destruction. So Val committed political suicide.
Okay.
Understand? He is going down the drain politically. Because one, Sonudo, I'm not a Sonudo fan, but he's going to win in November free and square.
Because you don't see any other any strong contender.
The only person that will have squared up with a Sonudo is Ifeanyi Oba.
And unfortunately,
no other person. No other person. So Sonudo will beat Val free and square. Understand me? But now, election doesn't end by the end. After that, how does people remember you?
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about, committing political suicide. By going into APC, which the Southeasterners are not fond of. Which the Southeasterners are not fond of.
Yes, exactly.
He's not going to be in the good history book of the Igbos. Understand me? As I am now, I go to Umuahia and somebody from APC, a Kalkadi member of APC comes to my house, I'll walk him right out.
Why? Mr. Anosike, why?
I'll walk him.
The fact that he belongs to a political party does not change his personality.
Accept him. He's an enemy of the people.
How is he an enemy of the people? There are people with good intentions.
I will
but
walk him.
Political party.
I'm not talking of your house. I'm not talking of your house.
You're talking of your house?
I go to my house. Somebody with an APC man.
So are you going to say that
I
any
will
APC...
order him right out immediately.
Mr. Peter Anosike, you said any APC card carrying member, just because they are carrying the card, you will discard them?
Sure,
despite your relationship with them, despite you knowing their belief system, their values and principles?
Excuse me.
Are you saying there are no good persons within the APC?
Excuse me.
Your excuse, Mr. Anosike, I'm just asking.
The boss that brought you somewhere is very, very important.
The boss that brought you somewhere is important.
Sure.
Okay.
Understand me?
Okay.
So if you go with that's a boss with dents, it affects who you are.
Mr. Anosike, do you believe that? Okay.
So telling me that a good man running under APC, a good man can never run under APC.
But you just heard him tell you now that there is no other strong political party for him to be part of. You heard him say that the Labour Party is literally dead.
I say he
doesn't consider the PDP, and that for him the APC is a vehicle, it's a courage for him to realize his dreams, to give Indian Ambarians what they need.
After here, I'll go and delete his number from my phone.
Mr. Anosike, you don't have to be
I'll go and delete his number from my phone.
It's all about politics. The reason why I asked you this question is for the followers of these politicians who take certain things personal. Because at the end of the day, these politicians only cater for themselves. Very few persons stand with principles. Very few persons stand with doctrine. Let me point it out to you. Peter Obi himself has not been going about as a representative of the Labour Party. In all of his activities and philanthropic activities and speaking for governance, it's been about him. He's been projecting himself as an individual that wants good for Nigerians, along with the obedient movement. You see him go along with Yunusa Tanko. These are the obedient, the topics of the obedient movement. He himself has not been carrying any cap or shirt that indicates Labour Party. What does that signify to you?
Excuse me. I met Yunusa Tanko in Beko Ramson Kuti's house.
Okay.
In 2010 at Inupeju.
All right.
That's where we met.
Okay.
When Beko Ramson Kuti, that younger brother of Fenda, formed the CDHR, Committee for the Defense of Human Rights.
Okay.
So I know who Yunusa is before he joined the Labour Party. I know his belief. I know his stand.
Okay.
Understand me? And the P2B, we know why P2B moved out of Abga.
All right.
Understand me?
Okay.
We know that Sonudo, what is his name? Obiano. Said that that Obiano P2B was overshadowing him.
All right.
Understand me? That people are still talking about P2B in Anambra State, that he should give way.
All right.
we understand me. Peter Obi was chased out of Abga. Understand me? Then in 2022, Nyesom Wike chased Peter Obi out of PDP. When Peter Obi say, I cannot bring a 40 million naira and buy presidential form.
Oh, yes.
And PDP was supposed to have zoned their presidential ticket to the southeast.
Obviously.
But Wike went and bribed them to make it, to bribe, what is name, the former governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom. That the committee went and bribed them that they should make it open. For those who don't know history, for those who don't know history, Abubakar Atiku did not want to contest 2023 presidential election. It was when what's his name, Nyesom Wike said that it should be made open. Atiku said, okay, since it should be made open, let me go and buy form, because Nyesom Wike had wanted to run. Why PDP wanted to zone to the southeast? So, and again, putting it at 40 million.
Okay.
Peter Obi said, I cannot buy a presidential form for 40 million. And that's the reason why he left there and went and resurrected the LP. Understand me?
Okay.
So, for this guy, for Val become popular because of Peter Obi. He was the former managing director of Nikon Hilton.
Yes.
In case people don't know.
No.
He's my friend. Understand me? He resigned from Nikon Hilton as MD to come and contest the governor of Anambra State under PDP.
For you right now, you feel that Valentine Ozigbo has dented his personality, committed political suicide, and despite him trying to clarify to his followers, because he came to that studio with, I am not obedient but valiant. He's saying that
his argument cannot sell.
So he's saying that him using that particular party as a tool.
He says it's a tool. He lost his integrity is down. The name that he has built is down by being a member of APC in Anambra State.
He must have consulted widely before he went to the APC for him to have talked, because he knows how the APC is perceived in the southeast, but he dared to be part of the party.
They deceived him.
So do you think
they deceived him.
You say they deceived him.
It's unfortunate.
It's politics, Mr. Peter Noski. Let me tell you why I'm saying it's politics. These guys are risk takers. For Mudashiru Obasa to storm the assembly today and actually claim that I am the Speaker of the House. This actually has, he said, I have resumed and I remain the Speaker of the Assembly. You called it an era of impunity. For Mudashiru Obasa to come in boldly and brazenly with the security personnel attached to him, and he saying that he has resumed. Why the
other speaker has not resigned? Which means, as we speak, there are two speakers in Lagos State House of Assembly.
But the security apparatus conscripted to Miranda has been stripped off and given to Obasa. So, in a way, what does that tell you?
The security operative did not elect Miranda speaker.
Okay.
Understand me? So, even walking on the road,
yes,
without anybody following her, she's still a speaker. Understand? Until she is removed. Because for now, the Lagos State House of Assembly is in recess.
Okay.
So what we are talking about now is Val Ozigbo and his political suicide.
All right.
As I said, he's my friend.
Okay.
We talk one-on-one. Understand me? So whoever advised him, his name is going to go down.
Okay.
What would have given him any fight at all is if he had stayed in LP in Anambra.
Okay.
Understand me? And then fight with Sonudo. Then the obedience will vote for him. Now he has lost the obedient votes. Understand me? He has lost. He's from Aguata, where Sonudo come from.
Okay.
Understand me? So Aguata people will not vote for him. Sonudo, Abga people will not vote for him. Obedience will not vote for him.
All right.
So that's assuming he gets his governorship ticket.
Okay.
Mind you, APC know how to deceive people with all this ticket thing. Check what happened to Dave Omahi. Ayade of Ben Ayade, Rotemi
Amechi of Rivers.
So they know how to come. We'll give you this ticket at the end of the day. So for me, he committed a political suicide.
Interesting. I don't know how Peter Obi feels. I don't know how the Obi movement
will feel very, very disappointed.
No, they actually did. I think one of the media aides spoke about it.
As I'm feeling sitting down here,
yes,
that the VAR is in APC.
Well, for the APC, they will consider it a win that they've been able to break down the structure, especially those who are close to Peter Obi. I think this also unmasks the kind of personality.
These are people that Peter Obi resurrected the way he resurrected LP.
Well, according to Barrister Ezeluche, it's even good that Peter Obi did not win that election, because these individuals would have mutilated his administration. If these were the persons he brought close, if these were the persons that he gave any political appointment, they may have actually turned Nigerians against him, because as it stands, a lot of them, from Doyin Okukwe to a couple of them who have actually left, the close sanctuary of Peter Obi and whatever and his beliefs for Nigeria in the political space. Now, a situation like this, while the political landscape is gearing up, Anambra is gearing up for this year, 2025 in November, and a lot of political bigwigs from every other region is gearing up for 2027, life needs to go on. And what makes life interesting is affordability of food, access to proper healthcare, proper education, road infrastructure, and housing. If there is no shelter, if there is no food, then people cannot survive. Mr. Peter Anosike, house rent in Lagos has exponentially increased. You can even call it by more than 80% or 100%, or if possibly 300%. And it's because it's a commercial hub. It's a place where a couple of people feel that once you're here, you have access to a better life. You have access to opportunities. How do you think Nigerians should cope, specifically those who reside here? How should they cope with exponential increase in house rents?
Well, this is a part of it has a spiral effect.
Okay.
Understand me? One that's with our exchange rate.
Okay.
Our exchange rate, then the cost of energy.
Okay.
Energy includes petroleum, that's electricity. Once these things are high, it affects every other thing. As we speak, a bag of cement is selling around 10,000 naira or so. And this is what was selling at 2005 before below 2,000, before this APC people come on board.
Okay.
Understand me? So now the cost of everything has gone high by over 500%.
Okay.
There's to maintain a house now, you need that to pay more. So this could be the reason why landlords are increasing their
house rent.
Sure.
It's really not been easy. Now, Mr. Peter Anosike, is it possible for you to recall and retake your remarks when you say any individual who is a card-carrying member of the APC
that walks into
that you ask the person to work
immediately?
Why I'm saying that,
immediately,
you cannot just be generalistic when it comes to things like that.
I've never seen a good man there. I'm telling you. Mention one.
So let's just say that you happen to come across someone who is good, but the person believes that at some point they say that it is individuals. They say it is individuals that serve as a tool for change.
It's just like a good man, but he joined one secret cult.
So because of that person's party affiliation, you would disentangle your personal relationship with that person?
I'm talking about or the boss that bring you. If he's dented, you are dented.
What differentiates you from those that disenfranchise some persons from going to vote in some polling units when they said, if you're not coming to vote for APC, get out of this polling units? What differentiates you and such an individual that bullied people from polling units because they were coming to vote for another political party?
You stay there and fight for your right. You
stay there and fight for your right?
Sure.
To the detriment of your safety? Didn't you see some people whose eyes were punched, some who were bleeding at the time? If you believe
in what you come for, you stay there and fight for your right.
So, Mr. Anosike, if it were you and somebody has a clog or something to hit you, if you're not going to do what they want you to do, you stand and say you want to fight for your right.
You stay there.
Wouldn't you go somewhere that you know you'll be allowed to vote for the party of your choice? I am just saying that if we are all about nationhood, as we are preaching on this platform, and unity, you wouldn't say because somebody belongs to a party that you do not like, then you would disentangle or tell the person to leave your house, despite you knowing that person for a while, just because of the person's party affiliation.
You missed it.
You missed it.
Yes.
Who missed it? The person missed it.
Sure.
So that means there's no difference between you and the APC that bullied people from not voting in certain polling units because we're not going to come and vote for the APC. I'm just asking.
If that's the way you are taking it, then
I'm just saying.
It's a pity. It's a pity.
I am just saying, Mr. Peter Anosike, that sometimes these things cannot be taken too personal to the extent
it should be
that
taken.
It should trigger your personal, to spoil your personal relationship with certain individuals.
Because these people in government have found out that Nigerians move on easily.
Mr. Peter Anosike, have you seen Atiku Abubakar? Have you seen President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, IBB, all these bigwigs that belong to different political parties? Have you seen them wine, dine together, eat together, laugh together? These are opposition members. I'm just telling you.
Are they your role models?
No, they're not mine. I'm just saying that they do not care about the fact that they belong to different political parties.
I care.
To the extent that you ruin your relationship just because the person has a different party orientation.
The person I'm looking forward to, I care where he belongs, what he does.
All right.
Understand me? There's a difference between a character and reputation.
Okay. Yes, true.
Understand me? Character is who you are. Reputation is what people think about you.
But these politicians do not care about character or reputation.
No, you shouldn't be a bandwagon person. You should have a mind of your own.
Most of them will claim they have minds of their own. The reason why I'm pointing this out is that some Nigerians who are followers of these political bigwigs have disenfranchised themselves of brotherhood towards people who do not even care about them. People who eat, lounge, chat together, regardless of their different political affiliation. You that is just a follower, that is not
I'm
even...
not a follower.
I'm referring to...
I'm not a card member of any party.
I'm just... Are you sure, Mr. Peter Anosike? Let me know.
I'm not a card member of any party.
What I'm trying to suggest, what I'm trying to state here for, for obvious reasons, I'm not siding anybody. I'm just saying that we have minions, people who are supposedly foot soldiers, supporters of these different political parties and their party representatives, that at the top echelon, that difference is not glaring. But it is at the lower cadre that you see that difference. You see people fight each other, hurt each other because of their different party affiliations. And I'm referring to the recent upsurge in bigotry and all whatnot from persons from the lower cadre over persons at the top. And these people who are not even of the same tribe, who are not of the same political party, are together. But you are busy killing on yourself off for those people who do not even care about you.
Because they have the same interest. Understand me? They have those people that are whining and dining have the same interest.
Why can't Nigerians have the same interest for nationhood, for development?
Let me tell you, when Ozigbo was running for governorship in under PDP.
Okay.
I went and checked his antecedents. I went and checked what he did as the MD of Nikon Hilton.
Okay.
Understand me? So it is what he did that attracted me to him.
All right.
He transformed the Hilton, and Bill Gates said that the success that somebody records in his private capacity has a way of influencing him in public office. So he did well in Nikon Hilton. Understand?
Yeah.
So for me, even in that election, I told people that if Ifeanyi Oba will come forth, and at the end of the day, Ifeanyi Oba came forth, because Anambra is not like any other state.
Okay.
If you have a 1 naira, people have a 5. So it's not where you can go and give 5,000 naira and you feel that they will take that and you win. That's what I mean. So I said in that election that Ifeanyi Oba will come forth, and at the end of the day, so what attracted me to him was his CV before running for the election, and I'm sure that was what P2B also saw.
All right. Okay.
Understand? But when you have that quality CV and you enter a wrong boss, I will disown you.
And this boss.
So he has entered a wrong boss.
And so that's why you're disowning him. Okay, Mr. Peter Anosike, for General Ibrahim Babangida, who is a former military head of state, he revealed that a commitment made to the Igbos by General Yakubu Gowon that their lives were safe in northern Nigeria was unfulfilled. He said that that commitment was unfulfilled. According to him, this was what led to the 1966 pogrom that saw thousands of Igbos killed in every part of northern Nigeria. And this was a revelation that he made in his new book. He pointed out that the emergence of the then Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gowon as the new commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces marked the beginning of the tension between him, Gowon, and Lieutenant Colonel Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu. He said that Ojukwu had, in a broadcast from Enugu, rejected the decision to have Gowon as the military head of state and commander-in-chief. Now, he said Lieutenant Colonel Gowon assembled regional politicians, dubbed leaders of thoughts to fashion a way forward for the country. And IBB explained that Gowon made what could only be described as a political masterstroke. He sought to calm the situation by releasing the leader of the Yorubas, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, from Calabar prison. Now, Gowon's commitment, according to what IBB wrote, unfortunately, that their lives were safe in northern Nigeria were unfulfilled because Gowon was not strategic enough to ensure that their lives were safe. A lot of Nigerians came out to say that it doesn't matter at this time. Even if you have come out to disclose what you have disclosed, a lot has happened. IBB said the killings were frightening. A deluge of refugees swamped eastern Nigeria from practically all parts of Nigeria. Faced with this intolerable situation, Ojukwu understandably barred the eastern Nigerian delegation from further attending Gowon's peace and reconciliation talks, insisting that the lives of Igbos outside eastern Nigeria were unsafe.
Well, what I want to say in this case is that the reason why that civil war was fought was because of Ogundipe.
Okay.
This is what people don't know.
Okay.
Understand me?
Enlighten us, please.
This is what a lot of people don't know, because Aguiyi Ironsi was a major general at the time. He was a major general when that coup happened. So when a civilian government is overthrown, the highest in the army comes up.
Obviously.
So when the government of Tafawa Benawa was overthrown, Aguiyi Ironsi naturally was drafted in. Understand?
Okay.
Then when Aguiyi Ironsi was killed, as a major general, the person next to him that should succeed him was Brigadier Ogundipe, a Yoruba man. This is what led to the Civil War. Ogundipe was to succeed Aguiyi Ironsi as the next in command.
All right.
What did Ogundipe did? He picked race.
He ran away?
He ran away.
Wow.
He ran, even Gowon was one of the biggest cowards that we've had in this country.
You can't insult.
Understand me?
Mr. Peter Anosike.
I'm giving you facts.
I'm just saying you could use a different term, but not on national radio to call. He's still alive. He's not late.
Victor May said he should write his own book, so let him go and write his own book.
Well, I hope he writes it soon. Nigerians are actually telling him to write the book.
So Ogundipe was the person that should have succeeded Aguiyi Ironsi.
Okay.
As a brigadier. Ojukwu was a lieutenant colonel. Gowon was a lieutenant colonel. So when Ogundipe was nowhere, T.Y. Danjuma and the others told Gowon to take over. Gowon said no. Gowon was 29 years at that time. Ojukwu was 32.
They were all young officers.
Understand me? Gowon said no, that they want to leave Nigeria. So this issue of self-determination did not start by the Igbos. The Northerners started it.
Obviously, they sat down at the time, actually disclosed that Northerners first.
Understand me? So Gowon and his people were shouting Araba, Araba, Araba. British government say no, don't go. Now you have power in your hands. Understand? Don't leave this power. So when they now said that Gowon should become head of state, Ojukwu said no.
Okay.
I'm a different colonel. You are a different colonel. It is Ogundibe that should take over, because Ogundibe was their senior in the army. But Ogundibe was nowhere to be. So from the beginning, there was tension between Ojukwu and Gowon.
Okay.
How can I take advice from my equal? This is what led to the war. Assuming that Ogundibe has taken over, a senior person, Ojukwu would have obeyed him. Gowon would have obeyed him. So it is that vacuum
that caused this.
That caused it. Because from the beginning, immediately Gowon was announced head of state, Ojukwu said no. So it's at that point in time that all these things started.
But before Gowon was announced head of state, the pogrom had already begun, hadn't it, in 1966?
The program
happened, it was already happening. In the north, Igbos were slaughtered. A lot of things were going on at the time. And Gowon now came in and promised that the lives of Igbos would be protected. But that was not the case. Because when that happened, it became worse. The counter coup that killed a lot of the Igbo...
Don't use that word. There's no counter coup.
There was no counter coup.
There was never a counter coup.
What would you describe?
The people that did the first coup did the second coup. So when you are talking counter coup, you are siding the Yoruba media and the powers in the north.
I'm speaking on the book. I'm reading the book here. It's what the book described.
He used a counter coup.
Yes, the counter coup that actually from the one of...
Do you know what counter means? Then let me tell you why. Even if he is reasonable enough, he shouldn't have used... He has said that Igbos were not behind all the first coup.
So yes, but you had to describe the incident that led to what you don't want to call as a counter coup.
Then counter coup simply means these people did something. Let me counter it.
Counter it. But then it went further. It became something else. According to him, it was a frightening scenario.
So there was no counter coup. The people that did the first coup was anti-Igbo coup. The second coup was also an anti-Igbo coup. So Igbos have been victims of the Nigerian state. So the program, which Ojukwu was the first person to use that word in the country.
But it was really, it had to become, it was a program. If you saw what was happening, that's what you would describe it as.
So it was the death of Sardauna.
Sardauna.
Amadu Bello. That was why the Northerners were killing the Southeasterners, because they felt that Sardauna died, Benawa died. Okpara did not die. Zeke did not die. Understand me? So, but they did not know the whole story. They did not know the whole story. Nzogu was manipulated into that coup. Nzogu was not initially a member of that. He later joined them when they have brainwashed him. Obasanjo should have written this in his book. That night, Nzogu and Obasanjo were in the same room. So Obasanjo has all these stories. But they covered it.
He did not put it in his book.
Gowon had it, he covered it. Babangida have it, but he kept it up to this time because Babangida was a member of the Supreme Military Council. The youngest member of the Supreme Military Council. So they had all this, but they covered it so that the hatred for the Igbo man will continue. Understand me? So the hatred, but there's a saying that what you measured will be measured unto you.
Interesting.
Gowon measured death to the Igbos. Today, Fundanis has measured death to his own people. Check what is happening. The Civil War was fought by not by the core North. No. It was fought by the soldiers of the Benue and Plateau State.
You called Midwest at the time.
Understand me? Understand? It was fought by the soldiers of the Benue and the Plateau State. What is happening in these states today? have they known peace? Has Plateau State known peace? Has Benue State known peace? So that thing that they say, what goes round comes round. So I'm happy that it is coming round in Gowon's own eyes.
Wow. It's not a happy situation, though. They're all Nigerians.
But is he condemning it?
They should not pay for the sins of their ancestors.
Is he condemning it? Understand me?
They should not pay for the sins of their ancestors.
Fundanis has taken over more than 200 communities in Plateau State and renamed them to Fufude.
That's true. That's obviously true. Mr. Peter Anosike, let's take some reactions. We've actually discussed quite a lot. I'd like to hear what Nigerians had to say concerning the conversation we've had today. I sincerely do apologize. We had a lot to discuss, and I really wanted Mr. Anosike to give us his insight into the conversation. My name is Esther Nwachukwu. You're currently listening to Matters right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You can join us live on YouTube. We're streaming live there. Esther Nwachukwu and Peter Anosike right here in the studio. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903, and the WhatsApp number is 0817 1756 338 0817 1756 338. That's the WhatsApp number to send your messages to. Hello, good afternoon, welcome to Matters. How are you? Hello. All right, kindly call us back 0700 903 903 903. That's the number for you to call, or you can actually call 0803692 9933. All right. Okay, we're having drop calls, so kindly call 0803692 9933 0803692 9933. Hello, good afternoon, welcome to Matters. How are you?
Good afternoon, my sister, my friend, my girlfriend, Esther Nwachukwu.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Renadi calling from Spain.
All right, Renadi, please go ahead.
Okay. Okay, what Esther Nwachukwu, Mr. Anosike asked you one. I greet Mr. Anosike. Yeah. He asked you a question.
And what's the question?
He said, tell him one good person in APC. Can you tell us? I want to hear that from you.
I am just speaking generally. I'm not supposed to take sides, so it's my job to cover all angles.
Because I'm excited to hear from you. At least tell us one good person in SBC. Because I have not seen. I don't know anyone.
Okay.
Well, Esther Nwachukwu.
Sir?
You see the kind of country we run for. Iran. You see we're into. You see this Obasa of 18 in Lagos. They just ask, I'm asking the kind of country we're running. A first lady that will not vote, nobody voted him. Is it even here? I don't know the first lady of this thing. He hardly here. First lady, which I know Obi would have ended this. If this guy did the right thing on Mahmoud. The first lady ordered this EFCC not to arrest Obasa, what's he called? I said, what right is it? Nigeria cannot say EFCC. You cannot pick anybody again. That is what here. If it happens here, nobody will know. Don't arrest anybody. It will end. But this woman ordered, and this man that have this thing now every time to try to. But that's finally if this man will become this, I'll just blame people that will listen to him because they know me here. They know me. If things not go with the way, at least according to process, I cannot respect that. He cannot order me.
Okay. Thank you very much, Renadi. Let's take more calls. All right. Let's take more calls. Please let me round up
on this Ozigbo, which is this Valentine Ozigbo.
Valentine Ozigbo.
You
yes.
see, we respect this man. Even when this man, every time when this man do this thing, we celebrate it here, Nigeria, and this Igbo Union here. We respect this man, but look at where the man ended.
All right, Renadi, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. What's your name? Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, hello, what's your name? Good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. Hello.
Hello.
Go ahead and speak. We can hear you. All right, kindly call us back. It seems you can't hear us or you have a situation with your network. Number to call is 0700 903 903 903 or 08036 929933. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Matters.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Esther.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Evangelist Chijoke Maovision.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, calling from Ojibwe, Sodom. I greet you, Mr. Peter Anosike. Esther, this is our Nigeria topic issue every day. I don't know when this country or when this our politician call this wicked politician will repent. Because see, I don't know what they are pursuing, but one thing people need to know that when King Solomon went to God, he went to God because of what? He was seeking for wisdom, how to rule his kingdom. He did not go to God to seek for power or to seek for opportunity. That way, wisdom. So this wisdom, our leader needs to ask for wisdom from God.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
So they need to ask for wisdom because now, okay, look at the man.
You have just 2 seconds remaining.
Thank you. Look at the man now called Valentine. He left labor and entered APC because of why? Because of money. Vanity upon vanity. Money does not give joy. Let them know that money does not give joy before I stop. Money can only sustain you, but it can never give you peace. It can never give you joy.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call, or you send us a WhatsApp message on 0817-1756-338. Esther Nwachuku here, along with Mr. Peter Anosike. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. Oh, all right, that's a drop call. 080-3692-9933. That's the number. And it's 0817-1756-338. That's a WhatsApp number. So if you're calling the 0700 and you're experiencing drop calls, call the 080-3692-9933. I think that's preferable for now. As usual, the 0700 is already having issues. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. What's your name?
Good
Hello.
Afternoon. My name is Monday.
Where are you, please? You're breathing. You're blowing breeze on your earpiece or something.
Okay, sorry. My name is Monday from Surulere.
Monday from?
Surulere.
All right, Monday, please go ahead. You have just about 60 seconds.
Okay, this one that Sano is saying that there's no good person in
APC.
I know one good person in APC.
Okay, who, please?
And the person is Fashola, former governor of Lagos State.
Okay.
So that's just my contribution.
What your Professor Yemi Oshipajo?
No.
You see, it's all about it's perception. All right, thank you very much for calling. Mr. Peter Anosike, you here? Fashola is a good person in APC.
Fashion that told say that any government that cannot provide stable electric power supply in 6 months is irresponsible. He was just a poor minister for 4 years. Have we? Have it?
Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Esther.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Please, I want to ask you.
What's your name, please?
Wait, now you married because you're okay. Your voice is sounding good.
I'm okay. My voice is sounding good.
Yes, somebody said I should ask you. Will be a good material.
Thank you very much.
Yes, just keep it up. I just like your humbleness, but you took the fear.
I took the fear.
Yeah. Yes, the fear means they don't arrest you. But it is well. Thank you. God bless you. This is evangelist.
Thank you. You don't go carry me when I go home. All right. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Esther.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
And good afternoon, Peter Anosike.
All right.
Thank you so much.
What I want to say, my name is Chike. I'm calling from Apapa.
All right, sir. Go ahead.
Yes. What I want to say is that APC is not a political party. APC, as it stands today, is a Tinubu family member, his friends, and he's the Aso State, and he's a mobilized group So anybody who have conscience and decided to deal with these people with the way they have messed this country up, I think that the person is also the evil and the enemy of Nigeria. So I support Mr. President Osike for saying that any APC person who comes to his house, for me, if a APC person comes to my house, I will not only walk the person away, I will tell the person to run to the gate.
Well, no, you don't.
And if you refuse, I will follow you up with cutlass.
Okay, we don't hear you now.
So in terms talking about Obasa in Lagos State.
Okay, you've exhausted your 1 minute. Please, I beg. We need to take more calls. Okay, thank you very much. 08036929933 08036929933. Hello, good afternoon.
My name is PC Ojukwu.
All right, PC Ojukwu, welcome. Location?
From Ojo. I concur with Anosike. There is no good person in APC. It's true. There's no good person in APC. Even Fashala is not good. It's too clever. Odju Sokal is worst. Now, Odju Sokal is like they should pronounce Abiola president. Why his brother was murdered? No, not him till today. Is it fair? Why his brother Aguironsi was murdered? No compensation till today. Is it fair? When you mention the name of Aguironsi in the ears of North, it's like they will eat you up. Why Igbos that are innocent? It's unfair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And not all Igbos are innocent. If you actually have gone through some of the history, some of the Southeasterners also, especially the person that crushed the first coup that took place, I'm sure you already know. So it's not all the Igbos are innocent. So don't generalize and say everyone is innocent. All right? Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. What's your name?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Mr. Anosike, my journalist of the year. I greet you specially, sir.
Thank you so much.
Sir, this is Daya from Fab.
This is what?
Daya from Fab.
All right, Daya, please go ahead.
Thank God for the implosion that is happening in that House of Assembly in Lagos. It shows how lawless and evil this government is. How can you remove Miranda, and you can see the injustice that is playing out there. You now want to set up a 7-man people to take over from Miranda unlawfully, where people voted her. She was voted for, and they even endorsed her. But because of political interest, because Tinubu wants to win the election of 2027, he now wants to bring back Obasa. He wants to use all these dubious ways that he used to. And now, you can see all the turmoil that is playing out. So I'm very sure all these things, before you know it, all this implosion is to affect him in 2027, no matter how it says. Because you can see the caucus, it is those caucus in APC that endorsed Miranda. And now that they want to now remove this Lagos girl, in quotes, they want to remove her. It's going to blow on APC, it's going to blow on Tinubu. He cannot win. I'm sure he won't win Lagos in 2027 as it is. So even if it will affect him nationally.
Thank you.
So
thank you, Dyer. Thank you so much. All right, thank you for calling. 08036929933. I'll take one more call so I can read the WhatsApp messages, okay? Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Matters. What's your name? Hello.
My name is Nelson.
Nelson, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I want to thank Mr. Anosike so much. I am happy for him because he has just said the truth, which I knew over 20 years now in a book that I read. Yes, the coup that was planned, they scared people to go from place to place to eliminate some of the leaders. Ntongo was the one sent to Tafa Blewa and Ahmadu Bello. According to the book I read, It was because these people resisted arrest and they fight back. And that was the reason why they were killed. And it was termed, initially they said the double coup, and it was termed the Igbo coup. And after that, it was the Senate, again, the Senate president that called them according to the book that I read. Now, after that, I never knew that Babangida was aware or that Babangida was among the Supreme Council.
He was.
Because of time. Why didn't, in Babangida book, after Babangida told the truth, what is the advice that Babangida gave to the present government?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Peter Anosike actually has a book that describes all of this. The title of the book, Mr. Anosike.
Well, 100 years of amalgamation, Igbo, what hope in Nigeria?
Exactly. So I think all of this is actually detailed in that book, and you can actually have access to it. You can send us a WhatsApp message on 0817-1756-338 on how you can purchase that book. It gives you an in-depth detail of what truly transpired at the time to improve your wealth of knowledge on your historical background of the years then and what took place then. I would like to take some messages, so kindly forgive me if I cannot take your calls right about now. Good afternoon, Mrs. Esther Wachuku. I just want to say Mrs. I'm not married, I'm very single.
They have married on air.
APC cannot use Abuja to win Anambra State because Igbos are not fearful like other tribes. Mr. Peter Obi is an honest man. Nigerians are waiting for him come 2027. Ewere from K2. All right, thank you. Ewere, good afternoon, Esther. This man needs to grow up. Some of his actions represent baby in man form. The same man that told the presenter not to pick someone's calls because he has different opinions. Emmanuel. All right, Emmanuel, it's his opinion as well. Good afternoon, Esther Wachu and Peter Anosike. You have all spoken well, but one thing I want you guys to know is that whoever that will want to inherit bad heritage will surely tell bad history. Valentine decamping to APC has bad excuses to tell the world. He decamped because of greed. Meanwhile, on Lagos Assembly Speakership saga, APC's downfall is looming in the state. Finally, it's glaring that Obasa has some secrets President Tinubu's family wouldn't want him to reveal to the public. That's why they are shielding him. We are watching Mr. Ogumbi from Idimu. Mr. Peter, do you think so? Do you think there's a secret that Obasa knows about?
No, for them to be pampering him. He knows something.
Okay. Esther, good afternoon. I greet your guests in the house. I want to state it clearly that Mr. Peter Obi has been in the Nigerian political corridor. He understands the political mindset of Nigerians. He's never disappointed or frustrated. These politicians only go where their political interest lies. Only very few have the interests of the nation and the citizens at heart. A typical example is Dr. Goodluck Jonathan and Mr. Peter Obi and few others. When I think of Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo, former aviation minister under Dr. Goodluck Jonathan and others, I see typical Nigerian politicians who mind only their political interests. Good day, Esther. The people that are leaving Labour Party for APC is doing so for their own self-interest. Esther Nwachuku, I love you. I love your program. Sir Comrade from... Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you for loving us at VOP. Thank you very much and well done. Continue to follow and subscribe. All right. We'll continue to give you updates on issues across Nigeria's socio-economic and political landscape. Good afternoon, Esther. Maximum respect to Mr. Peter Anosike. He knows a lot. This was the reason they removed history from school curriculum. The people we read about are the same people still in power. They're not leaders but rulers. She cuts from Itiria. Well done. Good afternoon, Esther. Mr. Peter Anosike. Over the years in Nigeria, we've had successions of irresponsible leaders till date. What a pity. Kenny Hart from Mount 2. Mr. Anosike and Esther Wachuku, good afternoon. It's a pity that Nigeria is where a married man will be telling his girlfriend that he's cheating on him. One thing I know is that Nigeria will be great again, but not with this present government. Thank you and God bless Nigeria. Tochukwu Ubizim from Ekbeda Akunwajo. Okay, good afternoon, Esther Wachuku. APC cannot use Abuja to win Anambra State because the Igbos are not fearful. Okay, we've heard you. We don't hear you. Mr. Anosike, may the Lord continue to loud your voice until justice is done in this country. Pastor Andy from Fadi. Now, what for that Ogundikpe self? So, Mr. Peter Anosike, what was later head of Ogundikpe now? Kudos to you, sir, for this version of the war history.
Ogundikpe died in UK.
Wow.
Yes, he died in exile.
Wow. So, can you hear me? And Pastor Andy from Fadi, he died in exile. Esther and erudite Mr. Anosike, I greet you. This is from lecturer James. I project that these three men, Gowon, OBJ, and IBB, will not die soon, no matter how uncomfortable they will be with life, until they vomit all the secrets they kept, which have kept our beloved country in this stagnant condition and acute brouhaha. All right, well done. Hello there is always a rising and falling. APC is in its prime, but soon they will fall like the walls of Jericho. Ima from Ikmaja. Good afternoon, Esther, Mr. Anosike. I doff my heart for Mr. Anosike. You are indeed an asset. As long as Abure remains the chairman of Labour Party, that party is gone. Abure and Damagum are undertakers hired to bury Labour Party and PDP. Anaclet Anubunwa from Alagbado. If I were Valentine Ozigbo, I will also defect, but definitely not to APC. Okay, interesting. Good afternoon, Esther, Mr. Anosike. Mr. Anosike, good sir. What I have to say is this: Peter Obi should not go to APC party from Egbeda. He's not going to any APC party. Esther, can I have your contact number? What do you want to do with my contact number? You can send a message to our WhatsApp here, okay? Good afternoon, Miss. Good afternoon, Miss Oluchukwu. Mr. Peter Anosike, I love your zeal. But please relinquish your several hatred on APC and you will join them. Mr. Valentine can win the governorship election with APC, structure Anambra for good, and still leave APC to another political party. This is the family of Igbo race, and our focus is to regain our lives back from the humiliating Nigerian government. Don't delete Mr. Valentine's number, please. He can be useful to you tomorrow and you to him as well. Chooks from Okota. Mr. Anosike, I'm begging you. No good person in APC period. Billy from Virginia. Billy, well done. Dr. Unarms, APC period. Billy from Virginia. Billy, well done. Dr. Unarms. Someone's going to give you doctor. Hey, doctor. No. Mr. Anosike, you are doing a good job. Do not let anyone intimidate you. It's because of you, and we always look out to listen to you. You deserve a PhD for your intelligence, even if it's honorable one from Chicago. Mr. Anthony from Yanukbaja. All right, well done. Esther, please, I need to know, and maybe like others to me also, does APC as a political party has a board of trustees, as we all know, required by law?
They don't have a board of trustees. They don't have BOT council. And when things are going wrong, they will. So they are like people without fathers.
Interesting. So
I will even say orphans. What children?
Okay, Esther Wachuku, Nigeria is a country that has leaders with our vision. Until Nigerians begin to demand for their right, things will remain the way it is. Now that IBB has confessed what happened against the Igbos, will they compensate them? All right. Esther, good afternoon. Please send me your WhatsApp number, please. Ogami. Ogene Nafio. Good afternoon, Esther and Professor. This one has given you Professor Ungwanu. Good afternoon, Esther and Professor Peter Anosike. Solomon Asika from Mushin. Please, Anosike, what happened to Ogundikpe then? After Gowon had taken over as military head of state, did he later resurface? No.
I've said it now.
He did not resurface.
He died in UK.
Yes, he died. Good afternoon, Barrister Anosike. Okay. Now you today, what he did concerning Gowon and what is happening now is actually a curse on him from Ujuku. Ujuku told him that for the fact that he watched his people murder the Igbos, that he will be alive to see his people being massacred in his lifetime. From Chiagozi. All right, Chiagozi, well done. Good afternoon, Esther and Big Bros Anosike. For Valentine, bye-bye to his political career forever and ever. Amen. Since Babangida revealed the winner of the 1993 elections, please, can he also tell us about the winner of 2023 election? Not being there in charge of INEC. Everybody's busy talking about Abiola. No one is talking about Peter Obi of God is all the APC members. Imo State's governor is the worst. You did not put your Joe from Bariga. Joe is paranoid. Esther Wachuku, I greet you exclusively. Why did it take IBB 32 years to state his own side of the story? How old is he now, and how many years more does he have to live? At this stage of his life, does he have anything to lose? What does he need a presidential library for? And why is it that him and OBJ, after narrating what happened under their watch, now needed to build a presidential library? Who again is next to build his own presidential library after explaining what happened under their watch? Go on. Esther. Who are those that can even go to this presidential library or research? My disappointment was to see past and present leaders hailing and cheering him when they all knew the atrocities he committed. I am disappointed in all of them, including Jonathan, whom I admire so much. They are all the same. Esther, you don't understand that Peter. Okay. Thank you very much. Well done. I think it's time for us to wrap up matters right about now, because it's actually 3:01 and the the stubborn duo will still be with us right here in the studio. So I think it's quite important that we can actually look at issues from a constructive manner. Okay. Good afternoon, Esther. I don't want to talk about Nigeria Wahala. Your voice is like egusi soup. I love you. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll send you my number. I think it's a female that is actually sending. So I think it's safe to send that. Mr. Peter Nosike, any final take?
We are on good practicing democracy.
Okay.
The members of Lagos State House of Assembly, they were voted by their own people, and their will should be allowed to count.
Okay.
They are not children. They are old enough to make decisions for themselves. Okay. Nobody should be running the assembly for them, because Obasa returning is going to cause serious crisis there. Even if there's peace, there's going to be peace of the graveyard.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Peter Nosike, thank you so much. To be honest with you, you've educated us, you've enlightened us, you've provided depth. And like a lot of persons sent messages here, they really appreciate your intellectual depth and your historical insights, your historical wealth of knowledge to issues that pertain to Nigeria, and specifically from the Southeast. So I am also extending my gratitude for having that wealth of knowledge and sharing that wealth of knowledge with us. A couple of persons pay money to go to the school to learn this, and sometimes you don't even get all of that wealth of knowledge. So I sincerely do appreciate you being part of Matters today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say bye-bye. Please be good. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. Up next is Funhouse Time with Dr. Walkie Talkie and MC Chooks. I call them the stubborn